Good morning and welcome to the Video CPA. It's almost time to start filing tax returns for 2021. And so I wanted to give an update on the child tax credit and what's happening there. Most of you, if you've got children in the home, have been getting advanced credit payments since July, possibly on that. And so I want to talk a little bit about how it's handled and for the tax return in 2021 and what the future of it is, so that you've got an idea of what you're looking at actually in receiving this year and for 2022 taxes. So let's get into it. We're going to talk about what the credit is right now, how it's going to be handled on your 2021 tax return, and what the future of the child credit is. So this is our disclaimer for affiliates. If you buy something from this channel, we get a commission, and our educational disclaimer. So the American Rescue Plan actually passed by the Biden administration, increased the child tax credit from $2,000 to $3,600 per qualifying child under 6 and $3,000 for children under 18. Now, most of you that have children at home are familiar with this because this is what your advance payments should be based on. The credit is now entirely refundable as well, and in the past it was not, okay? So what you should be receiving, unless you opted out, is over the 6 months you receive 50% of the total tax credit for the year, or what your estimated tax credit is, and you divide that by 6 then to see what your monthly payment is. Like I say, you can opt out by going to the tax credit portal and actually opting out so that you don't receive those payments in advance. But that's the way it's working, okay? And those advance payments, what's going to happen is you're going to have to reconcile those advance payments to your final credit that you calculate on your 2020 return. Hopefully there's not a big difference there, but there could be a difference. For example, if you had a child in the last half of the year, that child is probably not counted in your estimate. If you had a child, if you estimated that your child was going to be covered by the credit and it turns out that they weren't, then that's got to be reconciled as well. So what happens is you're going to basically get a letter, and I'll talk about that letter in a minute, that's going to tell you how much credit you received for the year. And if those advance payments then are less than what you calculate on the tax return, well, then you're going to get an additional refund for the remainder of the child tax credit. If your advance tax credits are more than the credit calculated in the tax return, well, then you're going to owe a tax liability possibly. So, since you're only getting half the credit in advance, there's not going to be very many situations where your advance payments are going to be more than the credit, although it could happen. It depends on what you estimated and stuff, but the IRS is actually, has been giving you credit based on your 2019-2020 tax returns. So everything should be pretty close. I mean, I don't think there will be a lot of people that are going to get more advanced payments than what the credit calculated on the tax return is. Also, you are going to get, like I said, this IRS Letter 6419. So when that comes, don't throw it away. It is going to be of value to you in preparing your 2020 tax return. It's going to basically tell you the amount of payments that you received during 2021, and it's going to tell you how the credit was calculated, the number of qualifying dependents used to calculate the total amount. All right. So you're going to compare that to what you do on your tax return, and maybe the IRS didn't know that you had a child, for example, in 2021, so you may have a bigger credit than what they calculated. So, but anyway, that letter is meant to assist you in preparing your tax return. If you trashed it or lost it, you can go into the child tax credit portal on the IRS website and actually find out what those payments were and how many qualifying dependents the IRS used in calculating your advance payments. All right, let's talk a little bit about what the future of this tax credit is. Now, the American Rescue Plan only approved the credit for 1 year, the increased credit. And that is the advanced payments as well. And it was only approved for 2021. Now, the Biden administration had said that they would like to have that approved for future years as well. But they built it into the Build Back Better plan, and that's the way they tried to pass it. And the Build Back Better plan legislation failed, and so it did not pass. And whether you think it should have failed or not, irregardless, it did. And so right now, the way things currently stand is that the child tax credit increase is not going to exist in 2022. You're going to go back and it'll revert back to the $2,000 per child, and there will be no advance payments in 2022. So when you're looking at 2022, you might plan on that. Now, there could be some additional legislation this year that will change that. I think it's likely. So keep your eyes open for that, and if that happens, I'll probably do another short video that lets you know that you can get an advance credit for 2022 as well. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Good to have you with us. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And until next time, again, thank you for watching.